Question 2. A student was set the following problem. Use algebra to find the set of values for x for which x over x minus 24 is greater than 1 over x plus 1. The student's attempt to solution is written below. So we've got all those workings there. It then says there are errors in the student's solution. A, identify the error made in line 3, and then again the error in line 7. And then we're going to go and do the correct solutions to this problem. So having a look through this work, so the line 1, absolutely fine. They've multiplied up by the two denominators squared. They've then taken it all over to the left-hand side. If we then look at line 3, we can see that they have got a factorization issue here. When they've taken out the x plus 11 and the x minus 24, this here should have brackets around it, and they've omitted those brackets. And then if we work our way down through this problem, we're going from a positive quartic. So if we think about the solutions and how that's going to go, just a quick sketch will help us with this. We've got a point on their working at minus 12, minus 11, 2, and 24. This is not to scale at all. Positive is going to start up here. It's then going to go down, and then it's going to go up. Down to minus. We want this to be greater than 0. So actually, we would want it to be less than minus 12, greater than 11, but less than 2, and then greater than 24. So they've actually got the wrong way round on this line. They've got their inequalities wrong. That's always a safe bet for if they've got an error on their last line, is that they've done the incorrect inequalities. So let's now formalise that to be able to get the marks in the exam. So for part 1, we can say that there was a bracket error. Should be, and don't just put the little bit you want, put a little bit before so they can clearly see what section you're looking at. So x plus 11 minus x minus 24 in those brackets there. And then for part 2, the error they've made here is they have taken the wrong side. They've looked for when it's less than 0, not when it's greater than 0. So you could state that down. You could put they have written when less than 0, not greater than 0. Again, you can put down what it should be, and that correct statement at the bottom. If you wanted to, you can correct their work. Then for part 2, it says find a correct solution to this problem. Now, because of that error early on in line 3, it is going to change those points of intersection that we've got lower down, those roots of that quartic. So we're going to have to go through and we're going to have to basically start from scratch. So the first couple of lines are okay, so we can use those to start our marks off. So I'm going to, just for completeness sake, start right from the beginning. We've got x over x minus 24, and that's greater than 1 over x plus 11. Multiplying that by those two denominators squared, I'm going to get x plus 11 all squared, and x minus 24, because I multiply by that square, is going to cancel that denominator. Over here, I'm going to be left with x plus 11, and then x minus 24 squared, and that's because that x plus 11 is cancelled with that denominator. Take it all over to one side. Now we're going to look to see what we can factorise out. There's an x plus 11 in both, and an x minus 24 in both, so let's take both of those out. And that's going to leave me with, in this first term, it's going to leave me with x lots of x plus 11. In the second one over here, it's going to just leave me with minus, and then x minus 24. Now, all of this work here, we currently have got for 3, sort of above. This line here, we would have picked up if we corrected our line 3 there. That was 3. So now we're going to tidy up those bits in that square bracket. So in the square bracket, we're going to get x squared plus 11x minus x plus 24. Be careful of the signs. Often that's where an error does occur. Tidying that up a little bit further in those square brackets, we're left with x squared plus 10x plus 24. Now we can factorise that. That's going to become x plus 4 and x plus 6. We're now going to get our critical value, so x is equal to minus 11, 24, minus 4, minus 6. A quick sketch is going to help us work out where we're looking, but some of you will be absolutely fine just spotting it from here. So it's going to be positive, it's going to cross at minus 11, minus 6, minus 4, and then somewhere over here on 24. Again, not to scale, it's just to help you work out. So it's going to cross here, 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 and then up over here somewhere. So we've got our minus 11 there, minus 6, minus 4, and then 24. So now let's write this in our set notation. So x is an element of the reals such that we want x to be less than negative 11 unioned with x is an element of the reals such that this one's now trapped between 6 and negative 4. Carefully draw signs and make sure you copy the strictness. So these are strict inequalities, no equals. If there was an equals in the initial, I would be putting equals everywhere here. Unioned with x is an element of the reals such that x is greater than 24.